My name is Shane McDaniel. I'm 44 years old. I'm the son of Reggie McDaniel and the grandson of Claver and Reggie McDaniel. And we're owners of Mac's Fresh Market grocery chain. We started our business, I was talking to Dad, and I want to say it's somewhere around 52 or 53, 1953. It all started by, I'm not going to say accident, but intervention by God, I would say. We were in the logging industry, and my grandfather had one of his sons to get killed in the logging industry, and he said, "This work is just so dangerous. I want to get out of it. I want to get you out of it, Claver." He said, "I'm going to make my living in it." He drove a school bus. He was a police jury member in Caldwell Parish. He was involved. He raised cattle, hogs. He done everything, but he just thought the logging just was not the way to go. Although it provided a living for us, he had mules and did it the old hard way. And long about that time, they discussed in the 1953 area, they started discussing getting him a store. Well, Grandpa had this little truck that they kind of started peddling groceries. Drive around, do a little peddling. It wasn't a lot to it, but that was kind of the beginning. And they found a way to get a store. And when they found that store, it just started to roll. The ball started to roll. My grandfather, Claver and Reggie McDaniel, we called him Papa. He run the stores and run that store. And my dad come into the business probably at a time whenever Dad was real vigorous, very wanting to increase business, wanting to take it to another level. And so he let Dad join in, and Dad went to work ever since he was a little bitty. Dad worked in the grocery store, just loved it, just absolutely loved it. From 5 years old on, Dad loved it, just stayed in there with him, went to work with his dad. And my grandfather retired, I want to say it was around 85, and we had 2 stores at that point. We had more stores because we've had ups and downs. We've sold stores, done some different things. But when he retired, Dad had a vision. Dad's vision at one time was to have 50 stores, to run as many stores as you possibly could. And one of the whole reasons for running a store was to take a broken down store that everybody else had left, and it looked like that all hope had been give up on this place, and it never could succeed, and turn it into a thriving business in a community that thought that was over. It could never be done again. And we would take a store, he started off and he would take a store like that, and he would turn it around. And as he turned it around, in my mind, when I'm starting to come into it, it's later, but I look back now and I would think, why is he getting another store? What's wrong with that? And I remember asking Dad, I said, "Dad, why are we trying to do this? What are we doing here?" He said, "Son, it's not about the money." He said, "The money, you can make more probably just running one business and just taking care of it." He said, "But I want to get a thriving business that helps communities, helps the area, is a local business where local people can come and be a part of it and just make something dead come back to life, to where it has a thriving, an old center, you can turn it back into something living." And I never understood that until more this day as I've been in the business more. It's more of a success story of taking something that everybody else kind of kicked to the side and saying, we were able to turn it back around. So that's kind of what he did, and he started, and never would have thought that God would have so blessed our company. The only thing I can say is we've had Walmarts move in around us. We've had Super Ones always around us. We've had competition Kroger's. We've never been just alone. We've had Dollar Generals exploding. But the community has so embraced us, and the local areas, everywhere we move in, it's kind of like everyone fights for the hometown guy. and you feel like a hero. They make you feel so wonderful. People come in here daily and will tell me, I didn't go to Walmart. Had one today, matter of fact, as me and you are doing this interview. I had one today that actually come in. He said, Shane, I went into the neighborhood market for the first time today, and I want to tell you, I feel bad about it, but I had to go get something my drugstore didn't have. I said, you didn't have to explain that to me. He said, but that's the way we feel about being loyal to our local people. We want you here. I guess in thinking of where our businesses come from and where it's going, we've come from the logging industry to the back of a truck, to one small grocery store, to now 18. But we've been able to do so and go into a state such as Arkansas and go into the local communities, hire local people, have local managers that run it, and let them be a part of the community, support the community, be very active in helping the schools, the churches. We help everything that you can think of. We try to be involved with it just because we know who makes our living. The people in the community is who makes our living. You know, every day if we lost one, we couldn't make it. We have to have people, and we have to love people to do our business. We've been able to go to Mississippi. We get people in the smallest towns, people in the biggest towns there. We have one near Jackson. We have one in a little small town called Durant. And the remainder are from Winfield to Monroe to a little town, St. Joe, Louisiana, over there in Tensall Parish on Lake Bruin. We have a store in Olla, Louisiana. We have 3 down here, one in Alexandria, one in Tioga, and the one on Pineville here on 28 East. The Monroe community has been real good for us too. We've had several neighborhood markets move in, but that community has embraced us. The local people have embraced us, and you know, I can think of just several people come to mind that quite possibly I'll be speaking in front of that'll be seeing this video that come in my store every day. We were just discussing Mr. Horace Austin, and I know he was one of the businesses of the month, and Miss Flora, his wife, she'll be in here 3 times a week to hug my neck. And I mean, it makes a difference to know those local people. And I don't want anybody to be left out because I don't know who else will be watching it, but I bet a bunch of y'all I know. And it really makes a difference. And I'm thankful and very grateful, and know I can't make it without the local community and everyone surrounding me and helping us do this every day. Thank you. I want to give a special thanks to North Rapides Business and Industry Alliance for giving us this opportunity of being a part of Business of the Month. When I got the call last week, I was kind of shocked. Really, I hadn't done anything but worked. Just go to work every day, and what they do is want to honor a person for just going to work in the local community every day, and that really makes a difference. And I'm very thankful, me and my family are very thankful to be honored with this, to be recognized among community and among the leaders of the community, not for purposes that would make me stand out, and I don't ever want to look bigger or better than anyone. I just like being appreciated, and it's really nice to hear from them, and I'm very thankful to be receiving this honor.